Good morning, students. Today we are going to start chapter 5, that is water surrounding the earth. And today's topic is the process of water cycle. Let's proceed ahead. In previous chapter we have already learned that why earth is also known as water planet and blue planet. It is because of the presence of abundance water on it. Water covers about 71% of the earth's surface and is present as oceans, rivers, lakes, underground flow, glacier ice and water vapor in the air. More than 97% of this realm of water on the earth is salt water present in ocean and sea. About 2% is glacier ice and less than 1% of all the water on the earth is fresh water in rivers and lakes. Thus, the ocean, namely Pacific, Atlantic, Indian and Arctic are the largest reservoirs of water on our earth. Let us study about these principal water bodies, their nature, source, movement and importance in our life. The earth receives major part of pure water through rainfall. In addition, it receives fresh water through numerous springs and rivers. The water remains never static. It has a cycle which has neither a beginning nor an end. How? We will know through the process of water cycle. First, we will know what is water cycle. The process by which water continually changes its form and circulates between oceans, atmosphere and land. The sun is the main source of energy which causes water to evaporate. Hence, water of the oceans is converted into water vapor due to the heat of the sun by the process of evaporation. So, first process is evaporation of water cycle. The evaporated vapors rise up in the atmosphere and condense into tiny crystals of ice or droplets of water to form clouds. When the condensed ice crystals or water droplets grow in size and are unable to float, they fall down over the earth's surface as precipitation. It is because of this never ending circulation that the process is described as water cycle. A major part of the water runs off over the earth's surface, forming numerous streams. A small parts of rainwater seeps inside the earth, which forms groundwaters. The groundwater is very important source of water for plants. The plants derive the groundwater through their root system and return it to the atmosphere in the form of moist air through their leaves. Water is also present in the form of ice crystals in high altitude regions. Thus, we can infer that there is a continuous supply of water to our earth. However, the distribution of water is not uniform. Some areas receive heavy rainfall or snowfall, which increases water supply and makes it surplus there. On the other hand, areas receiving low rainfall or snowfall have scarcity of water. We can regulate this resource by storing the surplus water in large reservoirs or by conserving it in several other ways. To sustain life on the earth, the judicious use of water is necessary. So, we should save this precious natural resource. Students, various movement of ocean water we will discuss in next class. Today's home assignment: draw a well-level diagram of water cycle and also write the process of water cycle. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.